All these fine girls tryna sex me. Man, I try focus, she no let me. She be in my DM, she dey text me. She dey tempt me, she wanna come over. Say she wanna taste my sugar. Say the man sweet fast forward. And she no want no order, no order. Come over.
Here, so tell me the story that would have never
But
been
I
told.
choose to leave. Oh, when I'm empty inside, I'd rather rise and float. I choose to breathe. They call me solo to feel my halo, hello. Why? When they see me in the mall, in the middle of a brawl, they spot me playing ball. Only my name they call. My role at my arrival. Ooh, now I'm on. Sit down, Pania. Make you keep me company. Sit down, Pania. You turn me on. Sit down, Pania. Baby, keep me company. Sit down, Pania. As the thing don't.
It's the Z, the E, the X to the ZY. ZeXzy. What up, my people? I'm welcoming you guys once again to my live. It is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, TGIF to all my people, everyone out there who has been grinding for the whole week, who's been up to one or two things. We're glad we made it. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. Although people like us, we work all the time. We work 24/7. If I get inspired by 12 a.m., I'm picking up my phone to record that song and put something down. And if the inspiration keeps flowing, I'm going to write, if possible, all through the night. So there are no breaks for people like me. So for those of you who have been grinding all week, and it's weekend now, and you also need to rest for the 9 to 5ers. So enjoy your weekend. Like I will always say, drink, but drink responsibly. For the men out there, if you want to womanize responsibly. So whatever you do it responsibly. Yeah, yesterday I was previewing my album for an industry head in quote, and every sound is coming out soon, right? Although some of the logistics is beginning to move. So we are looking at moving the album from July 18th. I know I've been screaming July 18th for the longest time, but due to some logistic reason, we may have to move it to August. Yet to confirm that date. So for those of you who have been yearning for the most eclectic album in the world, don't worry, the content hasn't changed. It is still the most eclectic album in the world. But we are looking at early August to drop the album now. So you're still going to have all of the beautiful things I've promised to be on that album. But we are just putting things in place to make sure that we are properly ready to give you guys what you need. So every sound is still on the way, don't worry. So I was previewing the album for an industry head, and he was like, don't you think you're delving into all of these different cultures? Because every sound is a world tour. A world tour that goes from Africa to the Caribbean and then into the Americas, and then the plane takes you to Europe. Like, we touched every continent, we touched every culture, we touched every demographic. So it's a once in a lifetime album. No one has ever done this before. Nobody in music history has ever done this before. So when I say no one, I mean no one. No one. Just how diverse the album is already causing a lot of it's already making a lot of tongues to wag, and people are starting to ask, don't you think you're not being authentic? Okay, take for example This was when the person heard Aurea, which is a Spanish song on the album. It's a Latin pop song, and I did it in all Spanish. Right, I had to get a Spanish teacher. I had to use my Google app, my Google translator. I did a lot of translations, and I had to get a Spanish teacher and all that. But when he listened to the song, it was like, wow, this song is dope. But don't you think a lot of people think that we reject you because you're not part of that culture? And I told him one thing. I said, I'm not really interested in people's acceptance. What matters to me is the acceptance of myself. He said, but who are you? Like you're delving into all of these different genres. You sound like you don't want to stick to one culture. Like every person knows that different people are from different cultures, and different people want to stick to their background. And like you see Burna Boy doing more of Afro beats, and Ozuna would want to do more of Latin pop. Shakira would want to do more of Latin pop. uh, Morgan Wallen wants to do country music and all that. And I told him one thing. I said, so he was talking about authenticity, right? Like just stay true to your roots. And I told him, I said, authenticity is a subjective term, right? What is authentic to you may not be authentic to me. So it boils down to how I see authenticity. How you see authenticity is different from how I see. How I see authenticity is what makes me happy, what makes me, what keeps my creative juices busting, right? What makes me feel alive. And the only thing that I know makes me feel that way is when I'm able to do something new, when I'm able to go into um, an area that I probably have not been in before, challenge myself, and be able to knock it out of the park. So for me, it's not about just going into any culture or any genre of music. It's about doing it and doing it to the best of your ability. So for authenticity, for me, is my ability to go in there, deliver, and be satisfied creatively that I've done the best that I think I'm able to do with this genre of music. And for me, I admire musicians from every culture, every demographic, every genre. So my influences are very varied, are very diverse, um, different people. So it would be a huge disservice for me to have all of these wonderful inspirations from these different people that have been able to inspire my craft, my art, and just say, you know what, I have this Spanish song that came to me, but I'm not going to do it. Or I have this country song that came to me, I think is so beautiful. I mean, it can compete with any country song out there. I have this Latin song that can compete with any Latin song out there. But you know what? I'm going to keep it in my books. I'm not going to record it because it's not my culture. And speaking of culture, who really owns any culture? If we are going to go down to culture, who really owns culture? Our cultures have bled into one another so much, it's hard to really say, this culture is just for these people. There are people who started out as something and then they evolved to something else. And during the course of their probably migration and just the fact that they needed to adapt, some things changed and they had to adapt to some other cultures. And those cultures that they came into had to take in some of their own, because as humans, we're always trying to take what's best of different cultures or different practices. Um, so the idea that there is this group of people that are solely practicing this or that are solely doing this, especially when it comes to music, where you can't even stop the influence. If it's about uh, maybe some rituals that people do within their culture, some rites, um, that you may not be privy to, that you don't get to see, fine. You may not be influenced by it. But if you're someone who is out there who listens to music, um, for me, I when I'm on the plane, I go to I go to Latin playlists and I play all of the songs there. I go to country playlists and I play the songs there. I go to Afrobeats playlists and I play all of the songs there because I just want to hear good music. That's what keeps me going. That's what makes me happy. I don't care the language you're speaking. I don't care what the cultural background is. As long as I can enjoy the music, if it inspires me, I'm going to do something in that area. And there's this culture that I love so much. It's the East African culture. You know, they speak Swahili. I just love the Swahili language. I haven't been able to speak it yet. I've picked up one or two words from my going to Kenya, but Swahili is one language that I would really love to learn because when I hear them speak it, there is this passion. There's this Africanness to the language that I really like. I love that language so much. And I think one of the things that made me love the language so much more was, my traveling to Kenya and meeting the people. I mean, Kenya has different languages. They speak Kikuyu, they speak Swahili, so they have different dialects. But I think Swahili is the most widely spoken language around East Africa. So it's more like the unifying language, while there are other different dialects that people have. But the Swahili language is so unique that it's just musical listening to the things that they say. Karibu, uh, Asante Sana, like those, their words have very, very strong consonant sounds. And that's one of the things that also drew me to Spanish music. I like the to, the ko, I like the sound of the ending of the words, and it just makes easy music and melodious music. For me, every culture is unique, every culture is beautiful, and I believe in the human culture, I believe in the human race. Uh, while I know that yes, there are some things that are peculiar to different people, I think that we should be able to share uh, our cultures, like the best part of our cultures. Obviously, I don't want to take um, the dirty side of anybody's culture. I like the beautiful parts of every culture. So, and I think that's what everybody should do. If there is something about this culture that you think your culture don't have, go there, take it, and be that thing. Like incorporate it into your culture. It doesn't have to change everything that you do, but you're taking the best from one culture and then implanting into another, and then you have a better culture. So for me, music is something that has no boundaries. It has no walls. As long as the music comes to you freely, it can also freely inspire you to do your own type of music. So that is me being true to myself. That's my definition of authenticity. Ability to know what you want, what you like, not because anybody dictated it to you. It comes from inside. It comes from what you really like about yourself. So it behooves you whether to shut it down because you're trying to blend in or trying to conform, which I would never do. I would never conform. I would never blend in. I would always stand out. If that's one thing, I would say yes. I would say if you accuse me of that crime, I'll say I'm guilty. I will stand out wherever I am. It's it's a core part of my makeup, of my DNA, to do things in a unique way. I mean, I could have done this album and just, what's the easiest thing for me to do? Just, you know, shred the album, take out all of these other genres of music, and just face Afrobeats. Yes, I have so many Afrobeat songs, so many. But that's not me. That's not me being true to myself. I have a side of me that likes orchestra. I have a side of me that likes Latin music, and have been inspired to write those genres of music, jazz music. If you listen to the jazz song on the album, you probably will think this has to be something from a Kenny G. Shout out to Kenny G, by the way. He was one of those people that really inspired me when I was growing up. I remember just listening to his songs back then. Um, it was always played on radio when it rains because his sound is very cool. So it usually will just suit the weather when it rains. Um, so I like Kenny G so much. It was one of those people that inspired me. Um, and I don't let I don't let any limitations hold me back. I set myself free in the inspiration, and just let the inspiration do its thing. I don't try to control anything, um, because what people don't understand about the art world is some things just come to you. They don't they don't need a reason to come to you. You don't even know why you're receiving them, but they just come to you, and you just know that it sounds good or it looks good, and you want to paint that picture because what you're seeing you want to share with the world. Every true musician knows that once that rhythm hits you, once that melody hits you, you are so eager to share it with the whole world. If you're a true musician, you will know what I'm talking about. You don't want to stop that inspiration. You don't want to stop the flow. You just want to share it with the world. So that's why the real ones are not really moved by the glitz and the glamour, which is good, which is part of the fun. I mean, I like the glitz and the glamour, the bling bling and everything. But um, for me, the ability to be a medium through which music reaches people, through which a new sound comes into the world, for me, it's such a privilege to be counted amongst those that can be used to bring new music to the world. You feel like a creator, you feel like a god when you make music. Yes, that's the true power of a musician. And your ability to now make different things in different forms, in different ways, in different genres, using different languages, using different tones, and it forms a beautiful mosaic, a beautiful puzzle, all of them fitting perfectly into one another, even if they are different, even if they are from different backgrounds. But when you put them together and you look at it from an aerial view, you will see a beautiful mosaic. And that's one thing I love about the Every Sound album. It just goes into like, just see every sound like you're looking at a world map. We're bringing everybody together. We're bringing different demographic of people together in one album, which is my own concept of what the world should be. Not this world where, people are trying to divide themselves. When there is more that we can achieve by being united than being divided. Division never works. It's the easiest way to conquer a people. It's the easiest way to defeat a group. But when they are united, when they understand each other's differences, but and celebrate those differences and try to make the best out of those differences, then that's when they can succeed. But when you dwell on the difference and you make it something evil, or you want to dwell on the bad side, that's when it becomes evil. That's when it becomes divisive. But if you look at the beautiful side of unity and even the fact that when somebody is different from you, they are bringing something new to the table, you will find out that there is actually beauty in diversity. And that's what I have always believed in. And that's what you'll see on the album Every Sound. We had to harmonize these songs, bring them together in one album. And that's just a summation of my own worldview and what I think the world should be. So authenticity is about you being true to yourself and not about being true to a group of people that don't know you. What would I gain from satisfying some pundits who think they know better than me? You can't know me more than I know myself. I know myself. I know what makes me happy. I know this is my own true definition of authenticity and not your definition. So, whatever anybody wants to do, like, feel free. But I know that I'm being true to myself. I know that I love what I do, and that's why I do it. I'm not even doing it to I'm not even doing it to pander to groups. I'm just doing it because I love doing it. And when you listen to the songs, you will know that this is not me just trying to act. No, no. Those songs came to me and I could not refuse them. I love all the songs on the album. I love the message, the different topics, the different angles, the different tones with which those songs were approached, the different production styles. I love them all. So, if you want to speak about authenticity, that is what authenticity is to me. It may be different for you who's listening to me. It may be different for the music pundits, uh, for the editors. It may be different for them, but my definition of being real is you showing or bearing your soul and not trying to hide some part of you. Like, I know there are musicians who have this thing in them to write different genres of music, but then you hear them say, no, you know what, I'm a rapper. I cannot be caught singing a love song. No, you know what, I'm a singer. I cannot be caught rapping. Or they want to do it, they're still bringing in, let's say a rapper wants to sing, he still wants to bring his rapper attitude. Or a singer wants to rap, he's still bringing his singing attitude. Not because he can't really rap per se, but he thinks that, oh, he doesn't want to go too hard. But I don't even think about those things. When I go into a rap song, I'm going as though I'm Tupac Shakur, the greatest rapper of all time. If I want to go into a rock song, I'm going in the spirit of Bryan Adams. For me, who is the greatest rock musician that I know. Like, I just go in. I don't think about it. But you have people who want to come with their limitations. Oh, you know what? I'm this. I'm already know. I don't want to sound to this. No, 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 no. Go in there. When I go into the vocal booth, I'm painting a picture that I see in my head, not what people expect of me, but what the picture that I see in my head. That's exactly what I want to paint. If you like it, fine. If you don't like it, fine. Move on. But I'm going to paint the picture that I see exactly as it is in my head. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what it is. That's ZeXzy. That's just me in a nutshell. I'm going to do artistically what I think is good for the music. I care so much about keeping the integrity of the music, how it came to me. That's how I want to deliver it to you. Not a watered down version, not a version of what I think it should be or what I think people would think it should be. Just the real thing. I'm just going to pour it on the microphone. Produce it that way, send it into the world. And whoever catches the fever, likes the song, good for you. If you don't like the song, there are other songs that you may like. You may not like me as a person too, which is also fine. But authenticity for me, I've made peace with myself that I would do different genres of music because I enjoy listening to different genres of music and I allow them to inspire me. For every musician out there who also has that ability, but you're still struggling with what you think people would think, I would ask that you do your thing, let go, think of yourself, because in the long run, that's what being authentic means. When you put yourself first, I'm putting myself first by doing these different genres of music. That's my definition of artistry. That's my definition of a creative person. Not someone who stays in a box and you say you're creative. You're not creative. You're limiting yourself. Yeah, you're creative, but you want to limit yourself within a box, it's fine. But this is who I am. This is my own vision of what music making should be. No borders, no limitations, no restrictions. Go in there, be yourself, and just spit on the mic what's on the inside. That's what I do, and that's why some folks call me the music chameleon now. So, and it's a title that I embrace. But my spirit animal is still the lion, though. I'm a lion. I'm ferocious. I'm a fiery beast. But when it comes to how I go into these genres, you can call me the music chameleon. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a Maple Grove Media production, and it's still your boy, the Z, the E, the X to the ZY, ZeXzy. My Instagram is back, like I told you on our last stream. At Mr. ZeXzy. It was down for a while. I don't know, Instagram we're trying to dull my shine for a while there. So at Mr. ZeXzy, MROZEXZY is back. TikTok is at King ZeXzy, KINGZEXZY. And the man behind the scenes is Jamie Thiessen. He has been pushing all the buttons that's making this possible. So thank you guys so much for joining us on this live stream. I know it's Friday. It's beautiful. It's sunny. So whatever you do, always do it responsibly, because you're all you got, and you got to look out for yourself. So till I see you again, peace. I'm out. ZeXzy.
When they see me in the mall, in the middle of she be calling ZeXzy.